So today I got a day off from work, so I decided I would go visit BKK Market and check out the flower festival everyone's been raving about on social media. I went alone because all my friends were busy today, and also I just like traveling alone in general, even though the downside would be I won't have anyone to take these bomb photos for me, but all good. I mean, the travel's mostly about the experience anyway, not about the photo. Am I right? Okay, maybe just half right. But still, it was a good trip. After getting off the train, we gotta get on one of these minibus things, which is actually very questionable for public transportation safety standards in 2020, but millions of Bangkokians still gotta use it every day, and no one cared to do anything about it because it's freaking Thailand. Anyways, the driver usually waits till all the seats are full before taking off, just so they get the most out of each round trip. So while we wait, let me just show you a footage of a train while I'll tell you about the most idiotic thing I did today, which probably is spending 20 minutes deciding if I want to bring my camera or not, and another 10 minutes after I have decided that I want to bring it, trying to fit it into my purse, just to find out when I've already arrived there that the camera has no SD card in it. And my phone also have a little more than 30% of the battery left by that point. So yeah. I ended up missing my stop and had to walk a bit after I get off. But hey, all is fine. That's the taste of adventure. That's the taste of life. So we've arrived. BKK Market is just across that extraordinary tall bridge on the other side of the water. Because of the pandemic situation going on right now, they only allow a limited number of people to go into each exhibition at a time, so you gotta book a queue to get into an exhibition. I have 2 free hours before my queue, and I was starving. So I asked the staff where is the best place to get lunch here. They recommend me to get pad thai. They probably have been having lunch around here every day, so I trusted them. The pad thai wasn't that great though. It was too soggy for my taste, but I was pretty dang hungry, so I didn't mind. After that, I found a cafe to sit and wait. The staff there recommended iced pomegranate chocolate, and it is very good. If you are like me and have quite an obsession on chocolate and fruit combination, I would totally recommend it. While at the cafe, I tried not to use my phone because the battery was running pretty low and I wanted to save it for taking photos and footages and also calling a taxi home because I don't know how to get around here. And that's when I found how addicted I am to my phone. It's like without it, I have nothing else to entertain myself with, which is crazy because I'm sitting here in front of this beautiful view, but all I think about is when can I go back to staring at a freaking screen. As I was fighting my urge to use my phone, I met a new friend, a lady who sat next to me at the cafe. She came with her daughter, and they were also waiting for the queue too. So we should chat a bit about like the weather and stuff, and after that they left for their queue. So what do you know? Not having a phone really makes me talk to stranger more. As I was walking around the market, I came across this old man selling kanom tien, which are these little mini steam thing. He was trying to sell me some. I chatted with him, and he seemed very nice. He seemed very passionate about making good kanom tien.
อันนี้คือทำขายทุกวันเลยอะคะ
ทำขายทุกวันตอนนี้ขายทุกวันเพราะมันไม่ค่อยมีใครทำฟักทองไม่ค่อยรู้ไม่รู้สึก
แปลว่าฟักทองทำให้มันไม่ติด
ในวิตามินเอสายตาดี
นี่ค่ะมีประโยชน์ด้วย
มีประโยชน์ด้วย
ใบตองนี่ทำไว้ห่อนี่หมดโอ้
ส่วนมากเกิดทำแล้วก็ฉีดเสร็จปากแล้วก็ต้องเช็ดให้สะอาดค่ะไปให้สะอาดที่อื่น
เขาไม่เช็ดเนาะ
ไม่เสร็จแล้วเราก็มานั่งเช็ดแล้ว
แต่ก็เนี่ย
คือตาเจียแล้วเราก็คือเราทำขายก็เหมือนเรากินเองอ่ะเขาต้องสะอาด
เห็นด้วย
ไม่ได้ใครไม่รู้ตัวเราเห็นรู้เลยแน่เลย
To be very honest, kanom tien is just not really my jam. So I bought the smallest amount just because I wanted to support them. Then his wife came out.
อันนี้คือฟักทองที่ไว้ทำขนมนะคะ
เดี๋ยวเอาไปนึ่งก่อนคุณชิมไหม
ยังไม่ได้ชิมเลยค่ะนี่อยู่ในถุง
คุยให้กวางเขามาซื้อ3 ชิ้นอย่างคนเนี่ยแล้วก็ไปนั่งกินข้าว
ให้น้องชิมชิ้นหนึ่งไม่เป็นไรหรอกพี่
ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวหนูไปชิมอันนี้ดีกว่าเนี่ย
ชิมอันนี้เถอะบอกป้าเลยว่าเป็นไงรสชาติ
So what happened was they gave me a free one to try because they were very sure that if I try it, I would want to buy more. And now that they gave me a free one, I feel obligated to buy more because I don't want to disappoint them. And so I bought 6 of them. And I didn't know how I was gonna finish them myself, but I did. And don't get me wrong, these are really good, but I just can't eat too much of them because they're kind of spicy. And they also gave me their name card. So if any of you live in Bangkok area and want to support them, this is how you can contact them. After that, there's more waiting, more walking around the market, during which I stumbled upon an exhibition that there was only a short queue. And the guy who was in charge of the exhibition saw that I came alone, which is probably quite unusual because
who's gonna take your photo? If you got no photo to post on Insta, why the heck you even here? Don't you know that's the whole point of tourism these days?
Well, that wasn't him. That's just me being self-conscious and pretty sure everyone thinks I am a weirdo for going alone. But in all seriousness, that guy was kind enough to ask if I want him to take photos for me, and that was very sweet of him. It was of course nice to finally have some photos of myself after walking around alone for the whole day, but that wasn't what blew me away. What blew me away was the fact that he even asked. I guess these days we're just so busy living our lives and we're just so disconnected to how it feels like to be kind to others or to have others be kind to ourselves. So to have these random acts of kindness from these random stranger is just like a good reminder of how nice it feels. So finally, it was time for me to get to the first exhibition. So I went. And at that point, I have so little battery left in my phone, but I still couldn't resist taking some more photos because it's so beautiful. And at this point, I'm already scratching the idea of calling a taxi home. I'll figure it out later. By the time I arrive at the last exhibition, I have only 1% battery left. The exhibition is inside a cafe, so I got in, ordered their signature drink, sat down, and as I was pulling my phone out to take a photo of the exhibition, it died. Surprise! I don't know what else I expected, honestly. And I was very sad because the exhibition was so beautiful. It was probably my favorite place throughout the whole trip. And the cafe, the music they were playing, the riverside view, the drinks, and you just gotta take my word for it, because I don't have any footage to prove that. So I sat there for a while, just enjoying the vibe. I felt a bit naked to be somewhere so pretty without taking at least one photo. But once in a while, it's just refreshing to just sit there, be there, enjoy the experience as it is, because you know that the only record you'll be making will be in your memory. At the very last minute, before the store closes, I finally gathered my courage and go ask the staff if I could use their charger. And fortunately, they're kind enough to say yes. So I got a couple of percentage up on my phone. It was like up and running. So I took very, very few photos and I took off to embark on my journey back home. I ended up going back the way I came, which is minibus and then train. Of course, I have no footage whatsoever of my journey back because I was clinging to the very last bit of the battery as if my life depended on it, because it kinda is, because I wasn't familiar with the area and I needed Google Maps even though I was on a minibus. And at the end, my phone died again when I was still on the minibus, so I again had to talk to strangers on the minibus and ask them where my stop is. Fortunately, they're kind enough to help me out. And then I had to ask another stranger how I can get to the train. And then I went back home. Like I said, it was a good trip.